Back at Eldora, the Queen and her court, Lauren Stewart, Ms. Eldora 2010. Let's go back down to the pits and Shane.
Tyler Walker, you've got the money seat. You start on the pole for heat race number 6. If you win that, you start on the pole for the King's Royal, but you got some tough company, Steve Kinzer and also Dale Blaney. What do you got to do to keep them behind you?
We just got to stay out front. We got a 10-lap heat race and got a great car, great team owners. I'm just loving what I'm doing. I've got a hurt leg, but I got a good feeling about tonight. We're going to go out there and give it our best and see what we got. I know we could have probably gained a little bit of speed, but we ended up right where we needed to be for tonight. And let's go have some fun and get on that podium over there.
We know that knee hurts, and if you win this King's Royal, a lot of people are going to want to see that backflip.
We'll see what I come up with.
Tyler Walker starts on the pole for heat race number 6.
Well, Shane would have a scoop there if he did a backflip tonight because Tyler Walker coming back after a torn ACL, doing a backflip at Grandview Speedway. A little more on that later on in the night. We're ready for heat race number 5. Casey Kane is here. Sammy Swindell in the front row. Lasowski and Myers in row 2. This has the makings of a very good heat race. And keep in mind, the winner of this heat race starts outside front row tonight for the King's Royal feature event, Brad. This is a big one. We go green. Lasowski with a great start down on the bottom. Look at that, Brad. He goes from the second row almost right to the front.
And Sammy turns left, tries to block him getting into 3.
Lasowski, he's still on it. Here comes Sammy right back down on the bottom. Jason Myers is right in it too. Nearly 3 wide into turn number 1.
Lasowski timed that start perfectly. He turned left, got past Casey Kane, slid up by Sammy there. Coming out of 2, boy, it was close, but he finds himself in the lead.
Sammy not through with him yet. Jason Myers is still right there. It's anybody's race here, heat race number 5. The outside front row starting spot on the line.
Everybody knows how important these heat races are, but especially this one, as you said, front row start. Sammy had to be really surprised to see Lasowski to the inside of him like that.
Lasowski looking for his first win on the 2010 season in feature competition. He's been shut out so far this year in World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series racing, but right now he's going a long way towards putting himself in a good spot for the King's Royal as he leads this heat race number 5. He was the fastest in hot laps tonight, was Lasowski. If you look at Jason Myers, one of the drivers in the top 5 who's never won the King's Royal before.
Yeah, top 5 in World of Outlaws points to never win this race, so he's definitely hungry, wants to get it done, but Lasowski, we talked about it earlier, not his favorite racetrack, but the key to Eldora is getting your race car comfortable to run at these speeds. He looks pretty darn comfortable right now.
He does have 2 wins in his career here at Eldora Speedway, does Lasowski. That's Lasowski, Sammy, and then Myers, and there's Casey Kane. Casey loves sprint cars. People, I'm not sure, understand how much this guy really loves the sport of sprint car racing, Brad.
Well, he really does, but again, Eldora, he obviously doesn't run a sprint car much anymore, and to come here at Eldora, he's got to be a little disappointed to be on the front row and out of a transfer spot right now, but at this point, he's just keeping it off the wall, running the cushion up there, trying to get some laps.
And the checkered flag flies for Danny Lasowski over Sammy Swindell and Jason Myers. Those 3 will transfer. Casey Kane's going to have to come through the last chance showdown tonight, as is John Allard. What a great start, though, for Danny Lasowski from the inside of row number 2, Brad, to jump up there and get himself a win in that heat race.
It may have won him the King's Royal tonight, just that move in the heat race to get on the front row.
Ready now for heat race number 6, and that's how this one will start. Tyler Walker and Steve Kinzer up on the front row. Dale Blaney and David Gravel in row number 2. Then Greg Wilson, Tony Lutar, Bruce White, and Josh Davis rounding out your field. The King, Steve Kinzer, has never missed a King's Royal A main event, Brad. From the outside of row number 1, will he keep that streak alive? He has to finish in the top 3 here to qualify for his 27th consecutive King's Royal, and he's off to a great start.
Again, the winner of this starts on the pole. Maybe not always the best place, but it's the prestige of starting on the pole for the King's Royal $50,000 to win race.
David Gravel right on the backside of Tyler Walker, and then here comes Dale Blaney in the TI-22 Performance car number 2, sliding through. He picks up a position into a transfer spot.
Great move there as he slides up. Gravel to the inside, but can't stay with him out of turn 4.
Well, he just got a little bit loose there, did Gravel. Now Greg Wilson coming after David Gravel. Wilson in the W20 machine, a 2-time All-Star champion.
Running the middle of the racetrack. Wilson has his wing pulled back, which is good through the middle of the racetrack, but if he has to get up there on the cushion, that could make the car too tight, which means the car doesn't want to turn on if he leans on that cushion too hard with the wing back like that.
That is the battle for fourth you're looking at. David Gravel surprised some people by winning the 2010 Ohio Speedway Championship. He's a former national quarter midget champion. And Greg Wilson right behind him. Now you look back up front to the king, Steve Kinzer, in the Bass Pro Shop car number 11, pulling away from this field. It's been a little bit of a difficult last month and a half for Steve and the Kinzer family. His wife Dana having some health problems. We want to wish her well. She recuperates back home in Bloomington.
Had some major heart surgery, but she is recovering. Talked to Steve about it this week. Said she's still very sore, doing some rehabilitation, trying to get back out here to the racetrack. She
underwent 10 plus hours of open heart surgery. Did Dana Kinzer. Oh, a problem for Tyler Walker in car number 17. Tyler has definitely had some contact with the wall there, Brad.
Yeah, you can see the right front corners push back, the wheels push back. Get a replay here. He catches the rut, jumps the cushion. You can see him try to keep the car out of the walls. Was that Blaney or something? No, somebody just squeezed by there the inside, almost clipped him, but
I think it was Dale Blaney that, boy, that wall sucks you up real fast there. If you make contact with it, it wants to turn the car right back and flip the front end back.
At these speeds, if you jump over it and catch the right rear, yeah, it automatically pulls the right front end, and a lot of times you can't drive off of it, and we see what happens with Tyler Walker there.
All right, here's our first double file restart of the night. This is important now, a 2-lap match race. This is for the pole of the King's Royal. Can Steve Kinzer hold off Dale Blaney? Steve got a great jump there.
And there again, Blaney's car didn't take off. That's the problem on a start like this for the driver. When you stomp the throttle, sometimes the car hesitates and loads the engine too full of fuel, and the car just won't take off to clean some of that fuel out.
Battle for transfer position. Greg Wilson underneath David Gravel. Gravel got himself in trouble up there on the cushion, and that's going to cost him. Wilson now into a transfer spot. Gravel trying to battle back.
You can see the white flag there, so Wilson now finds himself in the A main if he can hold on.
And Steve Kinzer will do it. He qualifies for his 27th consecutive King's Royal feature over Dale Blaney and Greg Wilson, and more importantly, that is going to put the King, Steve Kinzer, on the pole position. And that will put him alongside Danny Lasowski for the front row of tonight's King's Royal. The dude is with Shane.
The dude, Danny Lasowski, winner of heat race number 5. Eldora's known for its high side. What was that move on the bottom at the start?
Well, I usually make a deal with the fence when I get here. I say I don't go near it and it don't hit me. But I would thank Lonnie Parsons, Don Lamberti, everybody with Casey's, Barry Jackson, J.E. Hyde, Paul Kissler builds a great engine. Like I said, when this thing feels that good, we can run anywhere we want to do. And right now, it feels really good, and that puts us on the front row of the main event, and we're looking forward to it.
That could spell trouble for everybody else later, couldn't it?
Well, I hope I can put 40 laps together just like that.
Well, one guy who's not going to be in the A main tonight is Tyler Walker. He was there for a second, Brad.
Yeah, he was in a transfer spot for the A main. Now he finds himself in the C main.
And they're going to have to make a lot of repairs. We'll be back with that C main in moments. You're watching the World of Outlaws on Speed.